Now that you understand that Paul is elevating Christ, I want you to see where Paul elevates Christ. Now, in verse 15, 16, and 17, he elevates him in position as the heir of all things. He elevates him over thrones, over dominions, over principalities, over powers, over things seen and unseen, the physical and the spiritual. But then in verse 18, it says, he is the head of the body, the church. Paul is seeking to elevate Christ in the church. Super important, because Paul is writing to a group of believers, Christians, the church in Colossae. And these people have allowed Christ to be devalued in their congregation. Paul is looking at the teachings that these people are embracing, and he is addressing that these teachings devalue Christ in the church. And that's really where the rubber meets the road. He's looking at the Christians of that town, and he's saying, you have lowered Christ in significance, in importance. You've lowered him in position in your church, and you need to put Christ back to where he belongs. You need to understand that's what Paul is accomplishing here in verse 18. He is the head of the body, the church, and in all things, Christ might have the preeminence. Now, we understand that Christ has the preeminence spiritually and in all these other areas, but in the areas that we control, in our lives, in our congregations, in our places of worship, does Christ really have the preeminence? And that's what Paul is really trying to get at here. Does Christ have the preeminence in your church?